How often do you think about that day? Well, look, the FA Cup campaign starts this weekend. Are you looking forward to the game against QPR?
The FA Cup's always been a really exciting cup for us, obviously with the history we had winning it a few years ago. I think we've had a tough run of fixtures recently, obviously through Liverpool, Man City and Villa, so they're probably games that are always going to be hard. I think we've got a good mentality in the squad, everyone gets on really well, so hopefully we can get through the first round and hopefully go far in it. But I think in games we have shown spells where we've been good, and I think if we can show that throughout a whole 90 minutes, we can pick up results from that.
You mentioned the FA Cup and the recent history. How often do you think about that day?
Probably not that often. You don't get time in football really, it's week in, week out, you have a game every few days, so.
No one can take away from the fact that Luke Thomas has an assist for an FA Cup final winning goal.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd class it as that, with purely putting it into the top bin from 30 yards, but you can always take it, and I suppose it's a good thing to have.